Anxiety is nasty. And to the point where I literally was having a mental breakdown in the shower. It won't go away. I honestly sometimes wish it could just vanish. Hey guys, welcome back. I will get back to my vlogs, I promise you that, but I really just wanted to talk to you guys today about my anxiety. This week has been very downhill, to say the least. Just because I feel like not a lot of people really talk about it on the internet because it's kind of like, oh, he's just an attention seeker. Loser, you have anxiety. They don't really show their downhill battle, and I feel like as a content creator, I want to show people that I really am not just a happy YouTuber. I really do also have my downsides. I really do also have the days where I'm not feeling my best. And I just wanted to take you through my week. I promise you the next vlog will be a fun vlog. I'm gonna start posting consistently now on Tuesdays and Fridays. I'm really gonna make sure of that. I'm consistent with my work because I really do love YouTube, and I'm growing every day, and I just want to address that with you guys. So let me take you guys by my week. Let's just say, on a scale of 1 to 10 how bad it was, I had mental breakdowns. I kid you not, right now I'm going to school. So I'm doing content creating, I'm going to school, I'm going to start working again soon, I'm doing a web series with my friends, and I'm just doing a lot more things other than that. I'm doing a lot at once, and I didn't really understand and cope with the fact that I was doing so much at once. Because I was like, you know what, I can handle it, it's fine, you know, I'm strong, I'm confident, I'm a man, I can do anything. I really can't. I don't know why I told myself I could. But the main problem I was having was with school. I love my classes, I love the friends I've made in that class, but one class in particular is French. French really got in my brain. The anxiety I had in my brain. Anxiety is nasty. The way your mind, it won't go away. I honestly sometimes wish it could just vanish, but it can't. It's stuck in my brain all day long, making me overthink everything because that's what it wants to do. It wants to take my brain. It wants to piss me off to the point where I want to literally cry and have a mental breakdown in the shower. So let's just go back to the beginning of the week. I have been struggling with French since the get-go. Since I started French, I really have been struggling because of the fact that, one, it's a new language, I don't understand French. Two, I felt like the teacher was going way too fast, like the professor was just going super fast. He literally told us the first day, 1 semester of French is gonna be 2 years of French in high school. And in my head, I'm like, well, that's fast. He was a great teacher to me, but I felt like he wasn't really understanding where I was coming from. The main thing that really ticked me off was the website he made us use. Normally, we use a certain website for school. It's called Canvas. I think all schools use that now. I might be stupid, I don't know. But we were using Canvas. Normally, most professors use Canvas, but he didn't use Canvas. He used a different website for languages. That's how it's supposed to go. And for some reason, I don't know why. I really don't know why, y'all. My website was not working. The program was not working for me. I don't know why. There was something wrong with the website for me. All my friends had it completely fine. I did not have it fine. Like, it was not working to me. I went to the professor about it. I went to chat support where you're supposed to go to them, like let's say if the teacher can't help you. I went to my friends and they all didn't know what to do. Like, the professor literally told me to my face, yeah, I don't know why that's happening to you. I can't help you out though. You can't help me out? Well, what do you mean you can't help me out? The fuck? You're a professor. You're the teacher. What makes you think you can't help me out? And then I go to chat support and they tell me the same thing. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working for you. So then I thought, okay, maybe it's my computer, right? I tried to use it on my phone. It worked on my phone, but it was such a small screen and I have bad eyesight. Like, I don't have 20/20 vision. Hey, maybe it's the Wi-Fi. Maybe my house Wi-Fi is not that good. Because honestly, I've been having so many problems for the past couple of months with our Wi-Fi. I've been telling my parents and they just have not been working on it. So I go to the cafe, still bad, it's not working. I think I went to the cafe, I had done it before. I went to my school, didn't work. I went in the library, didn't work. I did everything I possibly can. I even used my hotspot and it still was giving me problems, like to the point where I wanted to smash my computer on the floor. Like, it would not work and I did not know what to do. I then started really having mental breakdowns just because of the fact that And I never really experienced mental breakdowns. I never really experienced anxiety like that when I had school. These stupid mosquitoes! Oh my god, like leave me alone, you fucking blood-sucking thirsty monsters! Okay. Anyways, I started getting really stressed and starting having major anxiety because I never really had this. Because the thing is with me is, I really do care for my education. I really do want to get into a good school. I possibly wish and hope I can get into an Ivy League or even one of the UC schools in California. But it's really hard to get into it because it's so competitive, and I'm not surprised why, because it's a high-end school. But when you're a transfer student, it's much easier. But when you have so many like W's or even EW's on your transcript, it's not the best. Last year, I didn't do my best because of the fact that at the time I was working like 60 hours, almost 60 hours a week, I would say, and I would have to drive an hour to the dealership and an hour back because I worked at a Mercedes-Benz dealership, for those who don't know, in car sales. So it was a struggle. It was a really big struggle. And plus over there was just, let's say not the healthiest of people there who were, let's say jealous or toxic. I was working like basically up to 70 hours a week with driving. And I was taking 3 or 4 classes. And that was my biggest mistake. I should have never took on that many classes. Because of the fact I took that many classes, I had to drop a lot of them. And it really put a downside to me to get into a good school. Just because of the fact that it's way harder to get in when you have a W than when someone doesn't have a W. You know what I'm saying? A W is like you withdraw from a class midway through the semester. And I didn't want to do that, but I really had to because I was like falling behind and I was going to get a bad grade. And I'd rather withdraw than get an F in the class. So I withdrawed and it kind of sucked, but it was for the better. And I knew that I would have to withdraw from this class. Now, normally you have like 2 or 3 weeks before, so they have excused withdrawal and they have withdrawal. Well, excused withdrawal, which is what I was trying to aim for and trying to get. Excused withdrawal basically means that, like, let's say, for example, you couldn't be in the class because of a family emergency, because of COVID. And a withdrawal means basically you just couldn't handle the class and you had to drop out. A week before I wanted to exile the class, I told my friends, like, hey, really, I don't think I can handle this class. Like, the website's not working. And they're like, no, you have to stay in the class. And they were like begging me to stay. And I was like, okay, now I can't leave. Now my friends are like, you can't leave. And I'm like, okay. I really try to work around it. I try to tell the professor, like, is there any way you can help me out? And he was really nice, but he wasn't really helpful at all because he was telling me, don't even worry if the tests are giving you bad problems. Like, it won't affect your grade. But I knew deep down it will eventually because if my computer's gonna keep screwing up every test I take, every lesson I take, I can't be in the class because the website's not working. And a day after the excused withdrawal had ended, which basically means that you can't get a refund anymore on the class you took because of the fact that it's been 3 weeks since the class started, so you can't drop out, whatever. The day after, I completely regret not dropping out of the class. I had a panic attack. I was really, really scared because I was afraid that this class was gonna give me an F. And I really wanna get into a good school. To get into one of the Ivy Leagues, one of the main standards you have to do is take a language class. And I was like, okay, I'll just take French because my dad knows French. It was really stressful, actually. Just in general, it was really stressful. And I could not handle it. It was honestly causing me a lot of stress. I was having mental breakdown, I literally in the shower, and to the point where I literally had to talk to the counselors about it, like, please let me just drop out. I know I missed the due date drop out, but can I please still drop out without any harm to my, GPA or university, whatever. And honestly, they said, honestly, we can't help you out. You should talk to the dean. And in my head, I'm like, oh my God, I have to talk to the dean about this? Like, are you serious? Like, the dean of our school. Woo! Woo! Listen, the dean's up here, okay? The counselors are down here, okay? If I had to talk to the dean, the head dean of my school, my college, that was a struggle. That was like actually, that made me overthink everything more. My brain was going crazier and crazier. I could not handle the pressure. And to the point where I literally was having a mental breakdown in the shower. I literally stayed up until like 3, 4 a.m. in the morning thinking about what am I gonna say to the dean? And the next day, which was actually happened yesterday, this literally happened yesterday, I was talking to the dean and I made sure I had proof. I had videos, I had photos, I had a witness. One of my friends came with me to back me up just in case that dean didn't believe me. But the dean was so sweet. She was so nice to the point where she was like, I don't even need to see your proof. I completely believe you. Let me help you, drop out of the class without any problems. And that to me was so helpful. I was like, wow, she actually cared so much more than I thought she would, because the counselors was making me feel like the dean didn't give a fuck. Because when I was telling the counselor what the problem was, he literally was looking at me as if I was deranged. But when I talked to the dean was so helpful and so polite about it. And to the point where she was like, it seems like you have a lot of anxiety. It seems like you have a lot of stress over this class, and I'm willing to help you out, but you're gonna have to believe me. So I'm basically meeting with my first ever therapist. It's still a lot for me to comprehend because of the fact that I've never had a therapist. I never met with a therapist, and she's a doctor. And I didn't realize I really had anxiety until that class, because that class really amplified everything in my body. Like, I was really red. I was really stressed out. I was always late to class because I was just so afraid of just not knowing the language because the website wasn't working. And I felt like I kind of excluded from everyone in the class because I just didn't know the language, and I felt like I was falling behind. Growing up, I would always be the last one to finish all my tests in class. I felt so alone. And I honestly felt like I was the only one struggling with this. No one could relate to me because no one I really knew had anxiety like the way I did. So I guess that class just really amplified everything. And thankfully, the dean was so supportive and so helpful to the point where she helped me set up my first therapist session with the therapist, Dr. K, which even the name sounds cool. Dr. K is gonna meet up with you, Amir. And so I'm having my first meetup next Thursday. And I'm really happy about it. I'm really excited just because of the fact that it's gonna help me a lot more than I think I do. Nonetheless, I'm feeling a lot better today than I have been. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. I promise you in the next video, I will be up and happy and ready. I will see you guys back on Tuesday. I'm really gonna start posting every Tuesdays and Fridays, so please be aware of that. I appreciate and I love you guys all. Thank you guys so much for understanding where I'm coming from. I hope you guys do. If you guys can please like and subscribe to this video, I would really appreciate it. Even comment down below what you want to see next. I know everyone says that. Screw that, actually. Don't even comment. If you don't want to comment, you don't have to. But if you'd like to, you're more than welcome to. I love you guys all, truly. You guys mean the world to me. All right, peace out, guys.